Hi guys, I'm Kat and welcome to my channel. So last night I was laying in my bed and just kind of laying in silence thinking about the world, and I started to hear this weird humming and singing from upstairs, and I started to think either there's some weird ghosty goose singing or I'm just losing my freaking mind. And then it kind of occurred to me that I have a lot of strange fears that make no sense. And then one particular fear like hit me and made me realize that I wanted to share it with the internet. This is a really wacky fear, and a lot of people are gonna judge me for it or think I'm weird, which is fine. That's cool. But so basically, my fear is of marshmallows. Yes, that's right. I said I have a weird fear of marshmallows. Now here's the reason why. We're gonna go into a story time. Okay, so back in the 8th grade, I was in biology and I was supposed to make a DNA model. And so I went to my friend's house and we were going to make this DNA model together because we had this class together. We made it out of colored popsicle sticks and heart-shaped marshmallows. And after we were all done, which I was really proud of this model, she cured hers with clear spray paint to make sure it stayed together. I didn't really care to do that because I figured I'm going to take it in the next day, so there's really no point in me curing it. So I thought, okay, well, the teacher's going to keep it and probably throw it away, so there's no reason for me to worry about it. Next day, I get it graded, I get an awesome grade on it, and then he tells me that I need to take it home. So I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I'm proud of this project, so why not? I put a lot of time into it, I might as well keep it. Okay. So several weeks pass on by, like it's nothing. And I decide to move the DNA model onto my dresser, and one of the marshmallows falls off, and it was like in slow motion as the marshmallow fell. And by this time the marshmallows were all hard and crusty, so it fell and it fell and then it shattered, and right as it shatters, 1,000 beetles just burst out of this marshmallow and like they're all just skittering around. And in my fear of jumping, I dropped the DNA model on top of my dresser where I dropped the other one, and every single marshmallow burst open, and there was 8 on one side, 8 marshmallows on one side, 8 on the other, so there was 16 marshmallows each. Every single marshmallow that burst open, all 16, had 1,000 little tiny black beetles living inside of them. For a while I'm standing there in shock, staring at all these mother effing beetles on the top of my dresser, feeling all oogie and weird. And then I go and I'm grabbing the vacuum, I'm rolling up a fucking magazine, I got a shoe, and I start vacuuming that shit up, and I start smacking the crap out of the top of my dresser. And imagine this, okay, because my dad, his room was across from mine. And imagine this, okay, you're sleeping, it's 8 a.m., and all you're hearing is this weird pounding noises. So you come out and you see your child vacuuming the top of their dresser and smacking the top of their dresser at the same time with a magazine. And I just want you to close your eyes and imagine that. Because my dad couldn't see the beetles on top because the top of my dresser was black. So were the beetles. So you couldn't see any of it. So all he saw was myself, looking like a crazy mental patient, just, vacuuming the top of my dresser and smacking it. He asks me what's going on, and I tell him every single marshmallow on my DNA model had 1,000 little beetles on the inside, and they all burst out, and I'm freaking out, and all he does is laugh at me. He doesn't help me. He doesn't do anything. All he does is laugh at me, turn, and go back into his room. And I'm like, thanks, Father, for letting me go through this traumatic thing that I'm going through right now by myself. And then I just continued destroying those beetles. So eventually, I get it all cleaned up. I get all the beetles that I think. And, you know, I just vacuum it all up, and I take everything outside, and I throw it away, and I'm still feeling oogie, and I'm thinking there's no way in hell I'm going back into my bedroom. I'm not going back in there. There's no way in hell. Like, I felt like my entire room was covered in beetles after that experience. And so I went downstairs, and I decided to watch TV. Eventually, I did go back into my room, and it wasn't that big of a deal, but for a while I just couldn't do it, and I ended up telling my friends about it, and I told them, I was like, I don't understand how 1,000 little beetles got into these marshmallows without me noticing. Like, you think you notice a colony of beetles getting in there, and my friend goes, well, what probably happened was 2 beetles probably laid eggs, and then I was just like, you know what, I don't need to know. I don't need to know about no little beetles laying. No, I don't need to know. It's over. It's done with. I got an A. That's great. It's gone. Farewell. And that, friends, is why I have a fear of marshmallows. The only way I can eat a marshmallow is if it's in hot chocolate or if it's in a s'more. If it's roasted and blackened, well, not blackened, but roasted, that is the only way I will eat a marshmallow ever. And I can't, I know there's probably no beetles in these marshmallows because they're packaged away and they're nice, tight, little packages, but my brain always, every time I see a marshmallow, especially the heart-shaped ones on Valentine's Day in February, it flashes back to that traumatic experience. And ever since then, I have never been able to eat a plain marshmallow ever, and I feel genuinely traumatized, and that's also why I really, really hate beetles. I hate spiders too, but I can deal with wasps, you know, I can deal with other bugs, but fucking spiders and beetles, just no. And I realize it's a wacky fear. It's very strange. The fear of marshmallows, that's really weird. And I mean, you know what? That's fine. I'm a really weird human being. And that's cool. That's cool. I'm awesome too, you know? But yeah, I do. I have a lot of weird fears that are explainable, but still weird, and some that are just not explainable. And if you are interested in hearing about my weird, wacky, strange fears that I have, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if also you liked this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you would like to be tuned in to other wacky stories that I tell about myself and my life and my day and stuff, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It could be fun. We could hang out and make s'mores. As long as the marshmallows are roasted, we can make s'mores. And thank you for joining me in this video, and I hope that you have a wonderful day and a beautiful night. And this is Kat signing off. Bye.